My mom was an orphan, and she was raised in a boarding school. She never saw the inside of a kitchen growing up. So she ends up growing up, getting married, and having kids. What was she thinking? Kids eat, and she had no idea how to make that happen. She pretty quickly figured out that frozen dinners were the way to go. She may not be able to cook, but she could heat up just about anything. I wasn't sure if our last name was Swanson or that was the name of the country. All I know is that it was pretty much on everything we ate. There was a community college down the street about a mile away. One day, my mom decided to sign up for a cooking class. That was the happiest day of my life, which was followed by the saddest day of my life when she dropped out after the first day. I could see time stretch out in an infinitely long, gray, empty alley, not unlike a lifetime prison sentence, as I realized that my mother was never going to learn to cook. But I had an older sister, and she eventually went to high school, and they had cooking classes. First off, the poor dumb thing couldn't do math, so she'd find a recipe for 32 people, and there were only 3 of us in the family, and instead of dividing by 10, she'd just make the whole thing. We'd end up with casserole for weeks. Now, my sister was, what's the technical term? Oh yeah, crazy. So, in cooking class, they introduced her to food coloring. Now, it's one thing to add a little color to some white cake, but blue salads? She'd put so much food coloring in the food that we'd pee blue for a week. I went through the last half of elementary school wondering if I was digesting or just plain straight out dying. If you had asked me what color my pee was back then, I'd have said Kool-Aid. It pretty much covered the range.